Hello, guys, and welcome to Ameyaw Meet. Accra is becoming a center for a lot of activities, and in September, we have some amazing things happening. With me today, I have two amazing people from different organizations putting together these events, and we're going to catch up with them and know more about these events. Stick and stay. We'll be right back. Welcome back. So I have with me Levi and Jeff. You guys from
Onyx Vid. Onyx Vid.
And Jeff is from
Global Warriors Champions, GWC.
GWC. So we're going to quickly move into it. Tell us a bit about what you do as Onyx Vids, and then we now talk about the event that you're coming up.
Okay, yeah, sure. Onyx Vid. Onyx Vid, my name is Levi. I'm the CEO of Onyx Vid. Onyx Vid is a streaming platform. We are a streaming platform that allows independent artists to actually be on our platform. We deal in also concerts, also do pay-per-view shows and things in that nature. Talking about video content from artists, our main office is actually based in America, in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia. That's where one of our biggest studios is at. And we kind of moved down here to Accra, down here in Ghana, to bring that same type of, bring a good, strong presence when it comes to the industry down here. So we're dealing in music, we're dealing in distribution, and we're dealing in movie distribution, content distribution, production, and things in that nature. So we just want to bring a different flavor, and hoping that we can really make an impact down here in Accra.
How long have you been in Ghana so far, and what has been the journey like so far?
The journey, I love it. I love it because it's more like a grind. I've always been a person that like to grind from the bottom on up, and seeing opportunities and being able to mold these opportunities, and have a choice to really put it in the direction that you want it to go into, right? To mold it and things like that. A lot of things are already set in societal, in worlds where it's like, okay, a plug and play type situation, like an API, you plug and play and you ain't really got to do too much to it. But here in Ghana, it allows us to be able to flourish with ideas that we have and say, hey, listen, okay, I want to do this, I want to do that. And the resources is here, the love is here, the people are here. And it's all about really just, just taking our ideas and mixing them together and see where they can go, right? Just like a pot of stew or something like that, right? When you got all the right ingredients in it, it can taste great. So we just bringing a different type of ingredient and hoping that when we put it in the pot, we can really make some things happen down here. So
fantastic. And Global Warrior Championship, you are the fighter. So you have had more experience in this space in Ghana.
Yes, I've been here for a while, but I want to talk about Onyx Vid because I had the pleasure of being down there with him, seeing his studio. Just really nice place, you know what I'm saying? But the biggest thing that I like about Onyx Vid is the fact that he's here to help the artists. The artist can generate money through his platform and his connections through, the US and different stuff like that, where he can do pay-per-view and hit different people, and he's not taking everything, he's bringing that in to help the different small artists, so that's what I like about his platform. Is really, really something special. But moving back to Global Warriors Champions, of course, you've heard about us. We've done, last May, we did a really big event with Reggie, and we did some really powerful things. We really, really was impressed. But we've been doing MMA in Ghana since 2015. Yeah, and we've been dealing with most of West Africa, some East Africa, we hidden over there, but a lot of West Africa we've been hidden, as well as some other parts of the world. This event, actually, in September, we're bringing in some Jamaicans, some people from the islands. I've been working on this for some years now. We've been trying to bring in, some different places that's unfortunate to have the promotion that America have. So Jamaica, the Bahamas, and all those different places. Of course, we know the roots of Jamaica and stuff coming out of Africa and stuff like that. So I've been trying to get that really, really going, and I finally got it this time. And I'm really excited about it. So we're bringing some Jamaicans down here to, to participate in this event.
Fantastic. I mean, it's sounding exciting already. I mean, we'll be back for more details about the event. But going back to you, Levi, you talked about being able to sort of take the arts from here to the rest of the world. And I believe a lot of it, when we're looking at the monetization aspect, will also come in once our art form, whether music, film, whatever, is attractive enough and appealing, and there's a market for it out there. When it comes to music, we've seen that our artists are doing quite well out there globally. Let's say, specifically since you're coming from America, we've seen Afrobeats making inroads there. What would you say is the total picture currently for us as Africans when it comes to having our work being attractive enough to end that audience over there?
Structure, right? So here in Ghana, there's really no real entertainment structure here. Okay. Like for instance, I've heard a story where they said that, no investors, outside investors want to actually pour into Ghana, so it's like, oh, well, maybe it's the artists not getting along with each other, or the artists down here is like, don't want to work with each other and things of that nature. Well, in some cases it is like that. But for the opportunity in order to broaden the opportunity, we got to build structure, right? So we're talking about structure and management. We're talking about, artist development. Like, these things are very, very important, right? When it comes to structuring in the music business, and any type of entertainment, right? Like, for instance, when the fighters are coming in, they try to fight, they got to go to training camp. They got to understand how to fight. They got to know the rules and regulations. They got to know the different type of moves that they can do and things like that when they're in their field, so they can be great at it, right? And so they got people that teach them. They got coaches and things like that. One of the things I've recognized is that a lot of the artists believe that they don't need no training. They don't need any coaching. They think hey, I just make a little song, I put it on TikTok, it's gonna go viral, I'm gonna get rich. That's not how it works. Now, do it happen? Yes. Some of them things are called an anomaly. It'll happen every now and then, but rarely it doesn't happen that well. So when you're looking at the different artists now here, it's a lot of talent here. There's a lot of great artists here. They have a lot of great talent deep down inside. They're real hungry, but we gotta form it. We gotta form that structure. Once we get that structure, we form. Once we form that and get that stuff in line, they're gonna come. Investors gonna come. It's just like you asking an investor to say, hey, listen, I want you to spend your money on me, okay? And my music is great. I want you to invest your capital in me, okay? And you gotta guarantee. You have to guarantee your business, because every artist is a business. Every artist is a business. Why? Because they can bring in multi-millions of dollars, just like Coca-Cola, just like any food beverage company, just like any club. They can bring in revenue and money just like a business. So what artists have to do is stop looking at themselves as just being an artist and saying, hey, listen, invest in me, but really invest in who you are, developing yourself as a business, okay? And then other investors will come in and pour into you. Like, you have a business. You invested in your business. This is what you do. You make sure everything is right. You make sure it's done correct. So when other people see it, it's like, hey, I like that. I might want to invest in that. Same difference with an artist, right? But we have to be taught these things. We have to know these things, right? And if nobody is down here teaching them these things, then nobody know what to do, right? Okay. You don't know what to do. So let's bring to the forefront when it comes to everything. Education. Everything is education.
Not just formal education, but education in the business.
There you go. The business of music. Not the music business. The business of music. Business of
$1 trillion business.
Okay. We talking 17 trillion a year.
Yeah.
It's a business first.
Right.
Then it's music. It's 90% business, 10% music, talent. You see, so we train and teach and build that infrastructure, right? Okay, now we can start moving forward. Now here come these investors from all over the world and saying, hey, listen, we need to focus on Ghana, because Ghana know how to conduct business. Artists know how to conduct business, okay? And we can pour the finances into it. So that's what we're here to try to, bring that little bit of that structure, what's going on in America. So we've been doing it for years. Many years. Been in this business a long time. And I came down here and I was like, wow, they don't have no real structure. Okay, well, let's get the structure then. What we need to teach. We need to bring that type of element here so they can actually see it. So that's why we're here. And we're going to make it happen. We're going to work. We're going to make this happen.
Fantastic. And you do have a showcase coming up in September.
Absolutely.
So how much of what you talked about is going to showing that, and also what's the focus of that event?
Right. So the judges that we have, right, I made it very clear to the judges that we have. Yes, we can judge the talent and say, oh, yeah, you're good or you're not. But I want them to give real creative criticism, right? Because the individuals that we have done been in the business for a while. They understand the business. So now let's talk about the business. Let's talk about what it is as you, as an entertainer, the business that you are, right? Explain that, my judges. I told the judges, explain that to each one of the artists that's up there so we can help them. Now, then we're going to have after the event, there's some other things that's coming that, the school, Gold Factory Academy is going to actually bring as well, right? We're talking seminars, the whole nine, really teach and really, dig down into that and giving that type of knowledge and information that they need so they can be successful.
So let's talk the dates, the venues, and what people should expect.
Right. Sure. So starting on the 1st of September, we're going to do the auditions at Club 1759. And then from there, we roll around to the 4th. The 4th, we're going to be at Cloud 9 for what we call the voters review, because we're going to also have voting with the people to vote and participate in it. Then rolling around till the 11th, I want to say, we're going to have what we call a meet and greet at the Pinnacle apartment bar and apartment at Pinnacle. That's in East Lagoon. So where everybody can come and have a good time. All of the semifinalists come and network, and we're going to have people from GWC, some of the fighters there, and we're going to have special guests coming in, entertainers and stuff. And everybody just, a good camaraderie, have a real good time, at the meet and greet, right? And then from the meet and greet, we're actually going to have the semifinals was coming up, which we're in negotiations right now to have it at a place called the Mansion. So we're talking to them to make sure we go ahead and close that, and we have, we'll have like a yay or nay, like this I want to say this Saturday, no later than Sunday. Right. I don't know when you plan on airing this, but we should have that. And then the finals that we're gonna have the finals for the fight. Excuse me, we had the finals for the showcase at Silicon Productions, okay? At Silicon Productions. And then from there, we're gonna go to the fight. The winner from the whole audition get a chance to perform at the fight, right? Which is the next day. And from the fight, after the fight is finished, we're gonna have a nice extravaganza afterwards, which is the after party for GWC and Onyx Vid. We're all working together, and that's gonna be at Cloud 9 again in Osu.
Fantastic. So we've jumped a little bit to the...
No, you got it.
Yes, we jumped a bit to the after party even before getting to your event. So now let's get to your event.
It's fine, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I want to add too, because sometime in coming in as Onyx Vid, it's a cry, and a lot of people, they don't want to go to school. They want to be in the music thing. So, he has to give them something by bringing a talent show, give these, and he's, he knows, he studied a craft. You see, he's smart. So he's studying to make sure that people can have some of the things they want, and then bring them into education, which he said 90% of it is education. That's like a lot. You know what I'm saying? So, and people don't want to learn, but once they get there and start seeing the money, then they'll understand. You know what I'm saying? So he sometimes got to give people what they want so they can learn to accept what they need.
Absolutely.
You understand?
Absolutely.
So moving on to us, you know what I'm saying? So our event is going to be on the 19th. It's going to be at the Bucom Arena, and we're going to be putting in a lot of things. I spoke with you earlier. During our event, we're going to have several fighters from Congo to Nigeria to Ivory Coast to Benin, Ghana, of course, Jamaica. All these people are coming in to participate in this event, and it's going to be really, really, really big. We're also going to have some celebrities, like our last one, we had a celebrity. These other celebrities that's coming in that we're going to be putting some rivals on is even just as big as Reggie. You know what I'm saying? So, but we're keeping all that quiet for now because we don't want a bunch of storm going on right now. Because we just telling everybody to know that it's going to be something great. It's going to be televised as well. So, and then during the event, we bringing in another guy from the U.S. to perform, as well as the winner will also be performing at the event, together. So we're trying to make this thing really big for a crowd.
Absolutely.
And we'll be showing in the U.S. through Fight TV. We also dealing with some of the people that's have connections through BET and some other television networks that we trying to push this on. But for now, at least, we'll be seen from some of these big execs. You know what I'm saying? So this our thing. Our thing is bringing back to the motherland. We want to see our people be able to be seen, be able to be heard. The talent is here, like you said, but the education or how to really get it there is not there. So, whether it's entertainment, all of it is entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Whatever type of entertainment it is, you got to be seen. And then that's where to be seen is you got to dig into the business so much. It's not about the talent as much as it is about business, like he was saying. So that's our goal, and we're working at it together. This is my brother. We both from the U.S.
Right.
I've been here for years and years, but if I'm here, he here. So that's how he jumped right in, know exactly where to move, So we've been doing this thing for a minute, and we're going to continue making it big.
Yeah, and the spin off the whole, it's going to be televised and everything. I'm glad you touched on that because the GWC is definitely going to be televised, definitely going to be seen across the world, and people are going to be checking that out. Also with the Onyx Vid and us going to different places. The reason why we have so many different places we're going to be doing the showcases at is because we're actually putting together, we're also doing a reality show. So we're doing a reality show, So we're filming. So everything is going to be filmed and everybody that's part of it is going to be seen, and we're putting that together as well. And, we got a few networks that right now want to be able to try to license that and get that here. Some of them here in Ghana. I'm not going to mention who they are just yet, but we're definitely going to be streaming it in the U.S. as well. You know what I'm saying? So we got some networks that want to try to pick that up. But so like he said, they have to be seen. We have to be seen. We have to show that we are organized. We have to show that we're structured properly and we got good leadership, things in that nature, and we know what we're doing. And then, we know, listen, the investors going to come. We know what it takes for them investors to come. You see, that's why we're doing it here. So, we need to do that and do it here. So we're just hoping that, everybody, here in Ghana, really just understand, we have a real good general idea of what it'd take to bring the necessary resources financially to Ghana when it comes to entertainment, period. Movies, film, entertainment, fighting sports, music, all that stuff. All of it is entertainment. These things we've been doing for many, many years, and we just have a little bit of knowledge in it that we just want to share it so we can help cultivate Ghana.
I mean, Levi did talk about structure in terms of the music and the creative side. When it comes to mixed martial arts and what you're doing, is there also some sort of long-term approach that you're looking at to make this a bigger thing, so that it's not just a championship, but then training people in the local communities, etc.?
So again, we like I said, I've been coming in and out of Ghana for longer than that, but we started doing MMA in Ghana on a higher level. Some people was doing Muay Thai and some, wrestling and some other stuff, but nobody had the structure. That's so important. This word keep coming up, but nobody had the structure. So we had to put in some extensive time. We had to build it. Actually, the government, the NSA, they didn't want the sport because it looked very violent. So we had to go and take the sport and show them, because actually martial arts go back to Muay Thai. I mean, not Muay Thai, but Manchu arts. If you look from Manchu arts, you'll find out that we did all the martial arts in one form in Africa. All over the walls in Egypt, all of the walls in Sudan, different places. We were already doing old stuff way before then, where we were grappling, kicking, doing all of this in one form. You heard of capoeira, you know what I'm saying? But it was similar, but it was all still grappling on the ground and all this kind of stuff. But of course, some of the Asians started separating, you know, this going to be called Taekwondo, they're going to be taught this. But we were the originators.
Yep.
And and you know, up north where they have some of the wrestling now here in Ghana, up north, and these boys are tremendous, you know, and they're so tough. To lose, you can't touch the ground. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So they're going at it hard, and we're still trying to bring some of the coaches down so they can start experiencing the more technical side of everything, so they can get into the world scene. You know, they got a lot of the skills, but they just got to learn how the rest of the world, because you can't have one rule over here and one rule over there. Right. Then you can't fight. Right. So we got to make it one rule
for everybody.
So yeah, so basically, we were able to show the government that, hey, this sport right here is not a dangerous sport, but it's actually a sport for defense. You know, it's a sport for protection from, you know, like we did it. And it makes all of our boys be able to be strong men to be able to protect, you know. So we went through that. So they gave us the opportunity to try to see if if Ghana would accept it. So they gave me the right to go out and do some events and then, you know, put some things on TV. We had our first deal with
GH1.
No, GTV.
GTV.
Yeah, we had our first deal with them, and we was on GTV for several years to try to show it. The first year, though, we got with GTV. By 2016, the government was like, okay, we'll grant y'all inauguration. So they inaugurated us in 2016 to become a sport in Ghana. And after that, it kind of took off. Then I started dealing with other countries so we can learn how to bring in more countries, because we, you know, in America, we got states. Right. You know, but it's united. Yeah. You know, so Africa is still united, because you can go from, from Ghana or Accra all the way to Nigeria and just be, you know, crossing borders. So why not try to get everybody to be participating in it? So we started out with Nigeria, Togo, and I training them, putting out the rules and regulations, doing that. And this, you know, over years and years and years and years, you know, from Benin, you know, now to Congo, you know, Ivory Coast, I literally put in a lot of work, you know, and that, you know, keep having those faces and having these people that you're working with, and we're talking guys that were coming over on, you know, I don't know if you ever took the road to Nigeria.
Not yet. I have. I've done to Togo, but I haven't gone.
I took it to Nigeria, and when I tell you, it's nothing light. I mean, this is some serious danger. You know what I'm saying? And so we have to commend what we've done over the years from our fighters. They coming over here tired. They you know, got one day to rest, and then the next day they up fighting. Right. Yeah. You know, it's been an uphill battle like you never could believe. But I'm so impressed of how we did, and it seemed like a long time, but it's a short time to be able to do what we done. You know, we got a lot of countries. We had our last event. We had a girl from Kenya. She got a title belt for us over there. Yep. We got Nigeria got a title belt. We got things going that's really, really big, and I'm really, really proud of our fighters and the knowledge that they took home, learned the rules, and doing that. Right. So that's one part of it. Then we also have something we're working toward on the Olympic side. I don't know if you heard of that when we were part of the African Games.
Oh, the one that happened here.
Yeah. So that was the first time they let MMA be part of the African Games. Mm-hmm. But I was part of that. I sit on the international body for the sanctioning body, which we have a sanctioning body for Ghana that I also created, and I'm the president of that. But I'm also a board member for the international body that's over trying to get this thing pushed to the Olympics. Yes. And Africa play a very important part, because Africa is one of the continents that has all these different countries. Yeah. And you have to have several countries that willing to participate in any new sport to be able to even knock at the door of the Olympics. Yep. So we pushed it. Of course, I had already had so many connections in Africa West Africa particularly, you know what I'm saying? And that helped us be able to get into the door. And of course, the president for the African games was the Egyptian guy, the Egyptian president. I don't know if you remember that guy. Yeah, he was the one that was over everything. So they came to Accra, and we were able to get them, let them understand that this sport is growing like tremendous all over the world. So they let us in as a demonstration sport. And this time, I'm pretty sure we're going to be in as a regular sport. And then that can walk us into the Olympics, which helps structure all of the amateurs that can come up to the professional level. So I'm very impressed. I'm very happy to be part of this thing, you know, because I'm just part of it, even though I might have put the first foots in, but I'm just part of it because we got to talk to everybody that's been doing this thing, especially the fighters, especially them, because they have put in a lot of training all over different countries. So I'm really excited.
I mean, you talked that there will be some surprises on the night. I want to go back to the last one you had. Why did you choose Grandpa Reggie to take part in it? I mean, I've known him to be in the martial arts field for some time, but I'm looking at his age, and I was aware. I saw a video, and I saw a kick he received, and I was like, oh my God, they're going to kill my grandpa for me.
Right. I mean, that kick and several things just social media went berserk because, you know, he's got friends in the music industry all in the US. I mean, it was everywhere, you know what I'm saying? But you look at Reggie. Do you see this guy? You seen him at his age? His body is like really, really great. Like, this guy is strong. You see, he took that punch, rolled over, and got right back up, and then choked the guy out. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's serious. But no matter how old you are, you have to have defense. You know.
Yeah.
You know, right now, if you're a woman and you out somewhere, you need to be able to defend yourself.
Defend yourself.
You know what I'm saying? So the sport is, you know, he knows in America, the police women, they all taking MMA. That's where they're learning it from. You got to know ground game. You got to know upper game in order to defend yourself. Somebody might grab you from the back and take you to the ground. If you don't know how to get out of that, you know. So in most, you know, the Army and all them, they're all within the mixed martial arts training to know how to defend themselves. So this is an art of defense, not just about, you know, fighting or nothing like that. So Reggie has been in the martial arts for years. That's why he's serious about it. He understands the need of it. So that's why he's promoting it. And, you know, with him being in the entertainment business, he wants to fuse that, you know, with showing that, you know, we can have a dispute getting to the
people coming up
this September. You may have a dispute between two big artists, you know what I'm saying? But you don't have to fight it out out there. Let's bring it in a structured fight situation like we did years and years ago for our ancestors, where they would take it to the bush and let's have this thing out, you know what I'm saying? And then we shake hands and we continue growing as two different tribes or do two different things together, you know what I'm saying? So we bringing this thing forward. You know, you probably go on Reggie's social media. He's already speaking about it. He may give a little more information than I'm willing to give because I'm careful, but you know, this guy, he will go in. Yeah. So, but it's gonna be some very, very big things popping, bigger than before. I can just tell you that. Yeah.
All right. So I think we can wrap up with some final words from you. What do you want people to know from potential people who show up to audition to those who will come and enjoy the show?
Right. So for the auditions, you know, you want to go to onyxvid.com. That's onyxvid.com. Register, real simple. Click the register, fill it out, and that's how you get into the showcase. Yeah, and you know, it's just a pleasure. It's an honor to actually be here in Ghana, on the motherland. Like the first time I came, I cried when I first got here. When I, back
this guy cried.
Man, I cried. God. You know, it was about, it's about freedom, man. Like, a lot of people don't understand. Like you may see somebody looking good on the outside, but they don't understand what's going on with them on the inside.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Spiritually, right.
Spiritually, right. So, coming here and coming to Africa, coming to Ghana, period, man, it was just like, wow, I felt like I was free. I I felt like this is the place I need to be at. So I'm bringing my family here. Like, it is what it is. Y'all stuck with me.
Aquaba.
Yeah, it's funny because I remember when he came and he was like, "This is my element."
Yeah,
he's so serious, and I love that when he said that. You know what I'm saying?
This is it, man. So it's like, you know, and just, you know, and all the warm welcoming and the love that's here, man, and the food. Oh my Lord, I love that Bronco food, that jollof rice. I have to back off that jollof rice. It's too spicy all the time, but I be wanting it all the time, so I be wanting. I eat it all the time, but I just love it, man. The culture, everything that's here. You know, I see the potential. I see what my peoples can do. I'm glad that my bloodline comes from over here, you know, not from the Europeans. I'm being honest, you know, we just some flavorful, you know, talented people, man. You know, we've been blessed on earth, man, and the knowledge that myself and Jeff have, you know, from what we learned over in the States, we're just bringing it home. We're bringing it home, and we're willing to share it. We really want to, you know, elevate, you know, God's people, man, and that's what we're here for. So we're here to work. You know, we here to work. We not, you know, we here to work. So.
Fantastic. Jeff, final words?
Yes, I'm going to say thank you guys for inviting us. Want to give shout out to everybody that's helping us, all the media, everybody that's been here trying to help push this thing up, you know, from all the different networks. You know, they all been, you know, helping out. We want to give a special thanks to my guy, Reggie, definitely, you know what I'm saying? And we want to say September is here, it's coming.
That's right.
Be there. You're going to miss this big event. You can catch us on GWC, Global Warriors Champions, anywhere. Global Warriors Champions, anywhere, on any social media. Come and check us out. A lot of you already been hitting us up and stuff like that, but come and check us out and you'll get more information on what's going on.
Fantastic. Thanks for sticking through. Make sure you're back for more amazing content only on Ameyaw TV. Bye-bye.